Hey guys, what's up? I'm Jules. Welcome to my channel and welcome back. Today I want to talk about starting a fitness program. Where do you start? How do you start? What to do? What are the decisions or questions that you might have when starting, which would include, should I do an at-home workout? Should I go to a gym? I'm sort of intimidated to go to a gym. I don't know. I'll answer that as well. How do I know how many sets, reps, days, what weights to lift, all that stuff. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to make it as simple as possible, and it really will help you to understand exactly what you need to do and how to do it. All right, so number one would be you need to decide if you want to do an at-home workout or go to a gym. So what type of person are you? Are you somebody that is more motivated around other people and that will inspire you and motivate you to do more? Or is the gym like out of your way and you just don't want to have to drive there and it's a pain in the neck and you are fine working out by yourself? You don't need other people around you at all. I'm both. I could do either one. I do love working out at home, so I don't have to drive anywhere, so it saves me time on that. And also I do work from home, so it does make it a lot easier. I can get in workouts in the morning. Sometimes I can throw something in the afternoon. So it makes that a little bit easier. You may need some equipment at home. If you're new, a couple of dumbbells, some bands, and you're kind of good to go. Get a mat. And that's pretty much all you need. So that is number one. There's advantages and disadvantages to both. And if you are somebody that says, I kind of want to go to the gym, but I'm kind of intimidated, the gym is probably one of the most inviting places you could possibly go to. People are very welcoming there. And also, they're really not looking at you. They're focused on their own workouts and what they're doing. And the last thing they're looking at is you. So I know for a lot of folks, it can be intimidating and you're very self-conscious in the beginning. But trust me, when you go and you start going and doing your own thing in the gym and you look around, you'll see that nobody's looking at you because they're just focused on doing their own thing. So that is number one. Number two, you need to develop a schedule. And this is a schedule that you need to adhere to and be very consistent with. As a beginner, as a new person, I suggest 2 to 3 days a week. Commit to that. 15 to 20 minutes. That's it. Put it in your schedule like you would any other appointment, anything else that's important to you, because this is part of you taking care of your well-being. And especially if you're taking a GLP-1, you're on a weight loss journey, you're in a caloric deficit, it is so important to lift weights. It will at least minimize the loss, potentially maintain it, and you might actually be able to build muscle while losing weight as well. So long, of course, you are eating enough protein to support the building of the muscle. So important for you to do, and it's so important for your own self-care. So you need to create that schedule. So you got to think about, all right, if I'm going to do 3 days a week, what do those 3 days look like? Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And the reason why you want to split it up is to give yourself a rest day in between. That rest day is when your muscles are going to build. They don't build in the moment of stressing them. They build after. They build in your sleep. They build while they're resting. And so it's very important to give yourself a little bit of a break from working that muscle. And again, if you're kind of a newbie at doing this, you can do, and I would recommend full body on those 2 to 3 days, because that will give you sufficient time to recover in between. And you know that you'll get all of the muscle groups together. So let's say you do 3 days a week and you miss a day. That's okay because you got the other 2 days. But let's say you only get 1 day in that week. Well, at least you've covered your full body. So if you were to split the groups up and let's say you did chest and back 1 day, you did arms another day, and you legs another day, but then you miss a day or two, you could be going a week or two not working on a body part and you're not making any gains. And then you're wondering, why am I not getting stronger? Why are my muscles not getting bigger? And that's the reason why, because you're giving it the signal to grow, but then you have to keep the signal going for them to continue to grow. And if you go too long in between, then your muscle shrinks down again. So again, as a newbie, 2-3 days a week, do full body. You can do anywhere between 1 and 3 sets. That newbie gain is going to be there for you. If you have a little bit of soreness, that's fine. It's expected, normal. That means your muscles are growing. So it's a good thing. Okay, the other important factor would be understanding sets and reps. So sets are the number of exercises you're doing for that body part, and the reps are how many of that particular body part you're doing. So for example, if you are doing a chest press and you do 2 sets, you could do 10 to 15 reps of each of those sets. And I would kind of stick to that 10 to 15 rep range in the beginning. You can do as little as 5 and as much as 30, although I think mentally going past 20 is a lot. I know for me it is. So I tend to kind of stick somewhere in that. I'm usually in the 8 to 15 rep range. The more reps you do, the lighter the weight. If you're on the lower end, you're gonna wanna go a little bit heavier on the reps, on the weights. So just keep that in mind as well. And then you also wanna factor in what's called progressive overload. So you want to be able to keep stimulating your muscles to grow. So if you do the same exercises, the same reps, the same sets, the same weight, and you keep doing that over and over and over again, well, eventually your body adapts to that, and then you'll just maintain. You're just not gonna grow those muscles anymore. So you have to do something to change the signal. You can increase the weight, you can increase the intensity, you can slow your the movement down. You know, there's a variety of different things you can do to alter that signal. You change the exercise up, the reps, the sets, you can add, subtract, you know, so there's a lot of variety of things. Probably the number one thing would be to increase your weight. So you're probably looking at maybe, you know, adding 2.5, 5 pounds. You know, once it becomes easy, you're going to want to increase that weight. Again, 2.5 to 5 pounds is usually the amount of weight you're going to add. And as you keep going and you add more weight, you know you're getting stronger and you know that your muscles are building. Okay, the other last very, very important item is safety in training. So you want to make sure that you're really on point with your technique and your form. And if you're not sure what that looks like, I would strongly advise doing some searching on YouTube or Google what an exercise looks like, and then watching yourself in the mirror. Better yet, go get a trainer that knows what they're doing and is very experienced. And even if it's not long-term, even if it's just a few sessions, to give you the right direction with regards to how you should do the movement, or if you're doing things wrong, and they'll correct you. Because if you're doing something wrong, you're going to recruit the incorrect muscle pattern, and that could lead to injury. Best case, you're just not working the muscle that you intended to. Worst case, you could get injured, you know, and pull a muscle or whatnot. So it's very, very valuable to hire somebody that knows what they're doing and can really coach you to do things correctly and give you a really good start with that. All right, so I really encourage you, start your journey, start lifting weights. There's never a better moment than right now to start. You are never too old. If you've never lifted weights before, you can start now. It doesn't matter if you're 40, 50, 70, you can get stronger at any age, and building muscle again will help to increase your bone density It'll make you stronger. It is a sink for glucose. It elevates your metabolism and you feel really good, and it creates a better body shape. And it's just an all-around great feeling. It's also been shown to help to reduce depression and sadness. So, I mean, there's really no reason not to lift weights. Again, as a beginner, it doesn't take that much. 2, maybe 3 days, 15, 20 minutes. Just commit to that. You're going to see such a difference in your mental well-being and in your physical well-being. So leave a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are. Have you started a program? Do you prefer home gym? Do you prefer going to a gym? What is your preference? What has your experience been? Give me a thumbs up, and this all will help the algorithm. I'm really trying to reach more people. So any comments or thumbs up or subscriptions really do help to get the word out. And I hope to see you in my next video. Stay strong.